We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire where peas live. Every July, Mrs. Buckley's grow there. Do you really mean that?
Yeah, so in other words, if I'd start half a second late.
Don't you think you really want to say Mrs. Buckley peas over the snow? Isn't that the fun of it?
If you go...
I think it's so nice that you see a car can say every July, Mrs. Buckley peas there. We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire where Mrs. Buckley lives. Every pea live jewels grow there. We aren't even in the fields, you see.
Yeah, we aren't.
We're talking about them growing, and she's fucked them.
Yeah.
What must be over for July?
When we get out of that snowy field...
When I was out, we were onto a can of peas. This is a big dish of peas. This is what I said in July.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm always past that.
You are?
Yeah, well, that's about where I say in July.
Could you emphasize a bit in July?
Wow. Sorry. There's no one way of saying an English sentence. Get me a July and show me how you can say in jury and I'll go down on you. That's just in July. If you go down on me by saying so. That's just stupid. I'd love to know how you go down on Mrs. Buckley. Impossible. Means.
I think all they were thinking about was that they didn't want to...
He isn't your friend. There's too much peeing around here. Nor on fish fingers, no. We know a certain fjord in Norway, near where the cod go down on you in great shoals.
Fraction more on that showish thing, because you rolled it around very nicely.
Yeah, roll it around and I have no more toss. You don't know what I'm up against. I'm up against great shoals of shit. Because it's full of things that are only correct because they're correctical, but they're tough on the feet. You see, this is a very weary one. It's unpleasant to read. Unwearying. Because Findus freeze the car at sea and then add a cool, crisp coating. That's tough. I think, no, because of the way it's written, you need to break your fingers. Good. Here under protest is Beanless Burgers. We know a little place in the American far where Charlie Briggs chops up a lot of shit. You want one more? We know a little place in the American far west where Charlie Briggs goes down on you. You want one more? We know a little fjord in the American far west where the French gather in great shoals. There, Janster, Stanster, Charlie Briggs chops up Mrs. Buckley and tastes. This is a lot of shoals, you know that. You want one more?
Yeah.
More on what, beef?
You missed the first beef, actually, completely.
What do you mean missed it?
You're emphasizing prairie fed.
But you can't emphasize beef. That's like his wanting me to emphasize penis before penis. Come on, fellas, you're losing your heads. I wouldn't go down on any living actor like this in shoals. Here, will you do this? It's impeaceable.
That was absolutely fine. It really was.
You want one more?